Hey, what's up guys? John and Kat from Old Running Farm here. Thanks for joining us. Today we're going to take you on a little walk around our property and show you some of our gardens. We're out here in Joanne's berry patch. As you might have known from a previous video, my wonderful mother-in-law gave us 125 berry plants, 75 raspberry and 50 blackberry for Christmas and my wife's birthday. So thank you, Joanne. So we have them here. You can see we got 3 rows of raspberries, 2 rows of blackberries. The raspberries came as bare root plants, so they just kind of look like sticks in the ground. And the blackberries came as little plants, so they actually look like plants. And over here we also have our bee yard, which we're hoping we actually get our bees in just 2 days. So we're pretty excited about that. Just finished also setting up the electric fence. And yeah, very excited. So now we're here on the other side of our berry patch where we have the first market garden that we built using the lasagna bed method, where we lay down cardboard and then we have beds made of compost and wood chips in between. You can see we have actually some rows growing right now. We have 2 rows of lettuce, and then we got some Swiss chard and lettuce further down the road. And then we also have some kale that we had started and put directly in. We actually had a pretty big frost last night, so it's looking a little sad, but hopefully they all grow up to be big and strong. This is a walking stick kale, which is supposed to be like frickin' gigantic, so we're really hoping that that comes through. So this is our orchard right outside of our market garden and berry patch. We have all kinds of trees here: apples, nectarines, plums,
pear, peach, cherry,
almond. Oh yeah. We do actually have, like, so that little
it?
guy right there, that's a brand new almond tree that we got, which is a hardy almond allegedly for our zone. And then this is a beautiful nectarine tree that we have that's got some beautiful flowers on it. I think those are plum trees right there. So everything looking really nice so far. We're gonna try to make all of these into garden beds over here and plant tomatoes and peppers, that kind of thing. Kind of an experiment just to see if it works in between the orchard. So this is where we have the start of our perennial garden and our original orchard. Some of these trees we first planted like 4 years ago, right?
When we were just dating.
When we were just dating. I was trying to impress her with my hole digging abilities and did not do a very good job. I have since come a long way in my hole digging abilities and dig hundreds of holes every year. So these trees are looking pretty good. We have yet to get really a big fruit yield. So we took extra special care this year to prune them, and we sprayed them per what you're supposed to spray, like organic compounds. I forget exactly what they are, but we'll keep more up on the maintenance this year and hopefully get some fruit. We also have we had a video a while back of us planting 700 bulbs. I'm not sure if this made the cut, but as you can see, a lot of tulips. And over here we have our perennial garden. We have some lilies coming up here, daffodils, tulips,
Bee balm, peonies.
Yep. Peonies coming up. And I think we're also going to plant some yarrow over here, maybe some feverfew. It'll be nice. So this is one of our raised bed areas. We have 5 over here, 2 right up against the chicken coop. Last year we grew green beans on those arched trellises. This year we're gonna try snow peas. And then these right here, these 3 we got from old railroad ties that somebody was giving away. And so, you know, there's a lot of debate whether you can plant edible plants in these kinds of things. So we're just going with flowers for right now, and I think we're gonna do little pumpkins across these trellises.
Jack be little.
Jack be little. We have a little bit of kale going right there, and we have some tulips and daffodil bulbs coming through in this one right here. Obviously the soil's not the prettiest thing in the world. We have a lot of rocks.
Yeah, we should mulch it.
Yeah, we should mulch it. And so now we'll just take a look in our greenhouse.
Oh, it's so warm in here.
It's so warm. So right now it's currently 41 degrees outside and 72 in here. It's very nice. Catherine's been working hard potting up a bunch of our stuff. we have here, this is what yarrow. These used to be little teeny tiny things, and this was like just one row of these cells, maybe 2 rows. We had them planted in.
They were 1 row.
Yeah.
And now it's this whole
Now it's the
thing.
whole tray.
Little baby tomatoes.
Our paper pots. Catherine's been really good at making those. And
these are feverfew.
Really nice. Scarlet runner beans.
Oh yeah, look at these. Aren't these pretty? We prematurely planted a few of them outside, and they froze and died.
Real quick.
Here's a close-up on what the feathered frills looks like. And then these are a bunch of leftover kales that we didn't have space for, so hopefully we'll find a space.
Yeah, we actually somehow went really crazy planting a lot of seeds. We have a lot of seeds, so we planted a lot of seeds. But it's good, because then we just make more garden space and plant more stuff. And then these are
sweet peas.
Sweet peas.
And so those we're growing for flowers. They're toxic to eat, but they make supposedly very beautiful flowers.
So we're gonna put those somewhere where the dogs can't get to.
Right.
And then we, when this whole Corona thing started getting out of control, we emergency planted a bunch of lettuce. So now there's just a bunch of lettuce growing here.
And we thinned this out when we put some of it into the ground, though obviously it's still really thick. How did that taste?
Tastes like lettuce. So this is the side of our alpaca barn. We got these window boxes for free on Facebook Marketplace. Love that. And we just have some snapdragons planted in here. Hopefully they grow.
Hi, alpacas.
We have Pumpkin, Linda, Mocha, Macy, and Marshmallow. They all have long fleece right now, but in about a month they're getting shorn. Enjoy it while you can, ladies.
Looking cute. Linda, why the long face?
So this is our last market garden here. We have kales and lettuces planted right now. Feathered frills kale, black knight, all kinds of stuff. There's one more lasagna market garden that we have here. And then here we have just a couple of raised beds that we actually built out of split rail fencing. And we grew the little pumpkins here last year, like little handheld orange and white pumpkins that came through really well. And I think we're going to be planting flowers over here. We're trying to have a big flower farm this year. So a lot of our space is going to be dedicated to flowers. And over here, we have some berry bushes that actually look pretty good. I haven't been back here in a while. But they looking good.
These are last year's.
Blackberries?
Last year's. I think they're all raspberries.
Last year's raspberries. And then over here last year we had an ocean of kale. So we replanted some kale this year. Again, we don't really eat kale, but it grows pretty well and it looks pretty cool. So
this was our kale ocean here, and then this was a weed ocean here.
Weed ocean.
So we'll try to do better this year.
They also had mystery tomatoes in there too that somehow grew unbeknownst to all of us. So this is on the side of one of our chicken coops. We have these arch trellises in this tub that we got at Brimfield Market for like 10 bucks a few years ago. And here we're gonna hopefully grow some cucumbers and melons. We have not had good luck with melons, but hoping this year we can do some.
Or cucumbers, really.
Or cucumbers. Anything would be great.
Yep.
But again, we grew green beans here last year. These aren't looking so good. But yeah, it'll be good. We got 3 of them here. And we like these little arch trellises things with the cattle panels. They work out really nicely. This is another just bed that we have alongside of our chicken coop. Got some tulips coming up now. I think there's a blueberry plant over there. Maybe?
Yep.
And yeah, this place actually gets pretty waterlogged. because we have a sump pump in the basement where it comes out here. But these bulbs are actually coming through pretty well.
And this is a spot that we can't keep the dogs out of, so everything gets stepped on. Well, can't or just don't.
Right. We could put a fence up, but
Been there, done that.
too many fences. All right, and then so this garden right here, we had a video a couple weeks back of us putting a fence up and setting this up here. This is it's gonna be a big flower market garden. Again, with the lasagna method where we put the cardboard down and then the compost on top, right outside of our beautiful greenhouse. And right now we have poppies planted, we have some snapdragons in the ground, and then we have, what do we have in that last row?
Forget.
Saponaria, something like that.
Maybe, sure.
Yeah, we have something planted over there. And it's starting to pop up. So this is gonna be our big flower garden, where hopefully it's all just big flowers. And so this is our last
Stop on the garden tour.
this is our last stop on the garden tour. We have one raised bed over here outside of our chicken coop with strawberries were planted in there last year along with some squash. And then we have these 2 raised beds that we built out of like loungers. You can see they have little wheels on them. And then we also have 4 rows in here that we previously grew tomatoes on these cattle panel trellises. This year we're gonna have tomatoes in here also, and also try to grow some viney things,
Sweet peas.
cucumbers, sweet peas, and some herbs along the back.
And should we show the pots too? We got this for free. Nice legs with the legs
Nice
on that.
legs.
And it's filled with little radish babies right now.
Yeah, hopefully they become.
Maybe need
Radish
to
adults.
thin them a little.
And then we just got some, I think these are thin radishes.
Yep.
And then we have some kale over here. We have sized down our pots significantly. Usually we have this entire patio just covered in pots, but we figured we're going much more in the ground and with our market gardens this year, so we can do less of the actual pots. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. We really appreciate it. Feel free to leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. Give this video a like. And as always, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for stopping by.